I was not a particularly brave middle schooler by any stretch, but I did have one brave incident that happened the summer I was 13. The summer of 1993 was a very turbulent time for me. I went from being kind of a tubby 12-year-old with acne and just kind of round everywhere, and I wore a big sweater. You know it's true. And I then went through puberty, and at the same time lost like a lot of weight. And all of a sudden, I was like 13 years old, but like D boobs and just like ba-dow, bow. And all of a sudden, I got all of this attention from these boys who a year before were so mean to me and would call me like Tubbo, and they'd be like, run, Tubby, run. And that was like the summer, I was at Forrest Gump, and they'd be like, run, Tubby, run. And it was like so mean, but then all of a sudden, I got all this attention from boys, and they were like, oh, they want to do like nice things for me, right? Because I had boobs. So, the summer of 93, I was at summer camp. It was, every year I went to Jew camp. I had to go to Jew camp every year. It was either the JCC or, it was always Jew camp. And this was great because Jew camp was great because I was surrounded by like all the Davids, the Seths, the Joshuas, the Benjamins, the Ben Yehudas. Everyone was there. And it was a sort of thing where like early 90s, everyone was wearing like the neon and like still like just the teenage boys with like the braces and again like the hair. And it was just like this crazy nightmare summer where this particular camp was the JCC, and it was like a teen travel camp, pre-teen travel camp. Every day, there were like 20 of us. You got on a bus, and you went to like an amusement park or a water park or whatever, and then you went with all these kids, and then you were there the whole day, and then you came back home, and your parents picked you up from camp, and they tried to ignore you for the rest of the day because you were a horrible teenager. So, there was this summer, so I had this one friend at the camp, and her name was Lauren, and Lauren was still kind of like, she hadn't quite developed yet. She was quite shy. She was quite mousy. She was still getting made fun of by the horrible teenage boys because she didn't have boobs, and she was very shy, and she was kind of like, kind of a nerd, which I had just been. I had just been a nerd, but because I went through puberty, I was no longer a nerd somehow, right? So she was my friend, and we would sit together on the bus during our teen travel time on the bus, and so here we are, and the summer, when you're a teenager like this, an early teen, girls, like, you get your period and you just like don't know what to do, like ever. Like it can be like 2 weeks long, it can go away, it can come back. You are totally enough to deal with it, and you just kind of always carry around some tampons or pads. But some girls carry around a lot of tampons and pads because you just don't want to be caught unaware, right? That's the worst thing that can happen. So here we are on the bus, and my friend Lauren sitting next to me, and she's like, I just don't tell anybody, but I just got my period. And I'm like, it's cool. I'm like, I know you brought like that big bag of pads. And she brought a bag. It was a full-on like paper bag, like lunch bag, just filled to the brim with pads. We're talking probably like 20 pads. Like, I don't know what she thought she was going to get up to at the water park. But, so she had this bag of pads, and she's like, I'm like, it's okay. She's like, I put it underneath the seat. She's like, okay. I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's cool, it'll be fine. So like, whatever, we managed it. We go to the, the park, we come back, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my God. She's like, I need to change my pad for you. And the bag is gone, the bag is gone. And I'm like, okay, it'll be okay. And all of a sudden I hear these boys in the background, they're like, oh my God, hey Lauren, I found your giant bag of pads. And she's like freaking out, she's like starting to cry, and she's like already made fun of, and she's already being picked on, and I'm just like, hey, those are my pads. And hand them over. And they pass them over, and I have like my giant bag, and I'm just like, shh. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm like, it's okay, girl. I'm trying to use the power of boobs.